every parent's nightmare, the heart-rending story of Tyler Clementi, who ended his life after his roommate allegedly broadcast a sexual encounter over the internet. Clementi's parents released a statement today saying, quote, "Our hope is that our family's personal tragedy will serve as a call for compassion, empathy, and human dignity." And new details of Clementi's online activity in his last hours have emerged. Lindsay Davis has the inside story.
The last 48 hours of Tyler Clementi's life played out online, revealing the perils of living in a digital age. Some might call it the death of privacy. Yesterday, police identified the body of the 18-year-old Rutgers University freshman and talented violinist who jumped off the George Washington Bridge to his death last week. Jumping off the GW Bridge. Sorry. He posted these words to his Facebook account reportedly 20 minutes before committing suicide. His wallet, laptop, and cell phone were all found near the bridge. This was the final post in a string of communications that took place entirely online, revealing a shocking series of events that led to the final tragic act.
We see this really played out almost until the end over these digital forums, whether it was email, whether it was Twitter, whether it was webcams, whether it was Facebook. And it's not until the very end, sometimes when it's too late, that it really becomes a face-to-face, real-life issue.
It all started Tuesday night when Tyler texted his roommate, Darun Ravi, asking him for some privacy. I had talked to my roommate that afternoon, and he had said it would be fine with him. Ravi physically left the room and then immediately tweeted, "Roommate asked for the room till midnight." But before leaving, reportedly positioned his webcam so that he could remain virtually present via a computer in his friend Molly Way's room down the hall. What was meant to be a private encounter was then reportedly broadcast by Ravi to the 148 people following him on Twitter, and potentially any of their followers as well. I went into Molly's room and turned on my webcam. I saw him making out with a dude. Yay.
I really think that people feel as if whatever business of other people they've got access to is their business.
Clementi saw the tweet and then ironically turned to the very place from which he felt he was being attacked, the internet. He sought advice from an online chat room catering to gay men. So my question is, what next? I could just be more careful next time. Make sure to turn the cam away. The other thing is that I don't want to report him and then end up with nothing happening except him getting pissed at me. Over the next 2 days, a user believed to be Clementi communicated regularly with chat room members, debating whether to turn in his roommate. I'm kind of pissed at him, rightfully so, I think, no? And I don't know, if I could, it would be nice to get him in trouble, then decided against it. And yeah, revenge never ends well for me. As much as I would love to pour pink paint all over his stuff, that would just let him win. Reportedly, he later recounted events leading to a second romantic encounter. I texted Rumi around 7 asking for the room later tonight, and he said it was fine. When I got back to the room, I instantly noticed he'd turned the webcam toward my bed, and he had posted online again saying, "Anyone want a free show, just video chat me tonight," or something similar to that. This time, he said he was on to him. Meanwhile, I turned off and unplugged his computer, went crazy looking for other hidden cams. 17 hours later, Clementi was dead. All this raises troubling questions about an increasingly open digital age when one's privacy is continually compromised.
Once we do share something online, it spreads much more quickly than ever before. The other issue is, I think increasingly young people are blurring the lines between private lives and public lives. And it's very important to remember that the web doesn't forget.
In the movie The Social Network, which opened today, a character based on Mark Zuckerberg's ex-girlfriend ominously warns him about seemingly innocent online chatter.
The internet's not written in pencil, Mark, it's written in ink.
12 kids before Clementi have committed suicide as a result of alleged cyberbullying. Megan Meyer was 13 when she hanged herself after receiving cruel messages, supposedly from a teenage boy. The messages actually came from an adult neighbor. 17-year-old Alexis Pilkington killed herself after a slew of harassing email messages.
Bullying has always been around. The internet is changing bullying significantly. The web has given people the ability to share information very quickly. It's hard to make it disappear once it's been shared online.
Ravi and Way were arrested and released. Both face charges of invasion of privacy, but the prosecutor is considering additional charges which could potentially double the maximum prison sentence to up to 10 years.
Because of that technology, This was something that happened to us in our lives that we feel a part of, and we feel entitled to talk about, almost as if we knew these people.
Today, Rutgers students mourn the loss of their talented, shy friend, who many said used his violin as his voice.
He was just a great, wonderful violinist. I had the privilege of playing with him, even being younger than me, and I've played for over 60 years. He was a much better player than I was, even at his age. He was just a great musician.
Rutgers students wore black in honor of Clementi. And how did they get the word out? Facebook. For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.